Hi, Kringle Kim here, and once again, here we are in Arizona, and a storm has come out of nowhere. I think we have about 60-mile-an-hour winds out there, and lightning, and rain. Finally, we've got some rain instead of just lightning and dust. But it's quite fierce out there. 15 minutes ago, there was nothing going on, and now all of a sudden, it's crazy. But anyway, welcome. I'm here to talk about Kringle, and if you have any questions or anything, if you aren't a member, my link is below. Please welcome to our community, peer-to-peer community of TBC Kringlers. And if you want to become a member and receive a gift of Kringle, please click on my link below the video, and it can be yours. It will take you to a registration page on the computer, and just fill out your name and your email, and then go to your email and click on the verification link in your email, and it will take you to the Kringle.cashback office. And after, and you can receive 125,000 Kringle cryptocurrency coins. So you may be wondering what Kringle is. It is a private digital currency, cryptocurrency, embraced by the billion coin community. Per our private agreement, Kringle has a significant value today and will only increase in value with each new member that joins us. So right now we have about 3,300,000 paid verified members, and that is reflected in the value of the billion coin or the Kringle. And then our goal is to have 1 billion members. So Kringle is completely detached from the public coin market and the currently established scarcity-based monetary system that has been forced on us by the elite ruling class with the purpose of control. Kringle is based on abundance for all, not on artificial scarcity. Those who choose to join the TBC community understand the TBC vision and the mission of reaching 1 billion members and also ending poverty globally. They also understand that in order to achieve our objectives, our members must be proactive in learning from our educational blog and sharing Kringle via our cash flow system. Together we can achieve abundance for all. And of course, if you are just becoming a member of Kringle or you're already a member of TBC Kringle, you can reach the educational blog by going to kringle.cash/admin on the computer and logging in and going to the education tab on the left-hand side of your screen once you log in, and that will take you to the education blog. And then also, if you go up to the marketing tab, after you've read the blog for the day, you can click on that and you will see your referral link, which you can use to share your gift with other people. And there's also a very good video on the cash flow system. And last night in my broadcast, we were talking about, unfortunately, some people receive the gift and, how do I say this? They're very impatient and sometimes negative. And so I was thinking, one of my new things I'm going to share with my referrals is, you know, we have to, there's 4 P's that are important, you know, the letter P, that are important to me. And the first one is patience. And, you know, when I was a kid, I always heard patience was a virtue. I didn't know what patience meant, and I didn't know what a virtue meant. But sometimes what it means is it's a good thing just to take our time and, well, be patient. But sometimes things take time. And we need to learn that, as the old saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, for things to truly be good, we sometimes, well, lots of times it just takes a lot of thought and effort, baby steps. And as we grow, sometimes there are setbacks. You know, that's challenges. That's part of the process. But the thing is, even though you have a challenge, you just keep moving forward. And during that time, we have to be patient with ourselves, patient with other people, and patient with the process. And as long as we are all patient, and the second P is positive. Let's be positive. That gives us good energy. When we're positive, everyone around us is going to be positive. You know, if you're talking about the energy of your body, smile. Turn that frown upside down, and you will actually feel better because the energy from a smile, from that feeling of, just makes you feel better. And you share that smile. It's a free gift, like our Kringle, but it's a free gift that can change somebody else's day. And as long as we're smiling, things will go better. What we're working on, how we feel, looking forward to the future. And it's as simple as that, being positive, smiling. And as far as people's negative comments and impatience, I don't know. I've been thinking about this a lot the last few years, but when I was a child, at our recreation center in town, we had manners classes. And one of the things we learned was, you know, how to treat other people nicely, how to, you know, help them out, especially if you were a young man, you learned how to open the door for the ladies and open the car door. If you were a young lady, you learned how to, you know, small talk pleasantly and positively. But I don't see a lot of that in this day and age. And I know I'm not holding anybody responsible or accountable because a lot of our young people today never learned it from their parents, and their parents never learned it from their parents. And I know as a parent, I tried to teach that to my children, but maybe not everybody has that uh, chance to do that. And we can't teach what we've never learned. So maybe just learning a few basic things like remember to stay positive and smile and treat each other kindly. And not only will we feel better, but they will feel better also. And things will move forward. And I think our goal for all of this is the third P I was thinking of is prosperity. And we all would like prosperity. And the best way to achieve our own prosperity is to help someone else achieve their prosperity. And I love that about the mission of the Billion Coin is that we are sharing, well, we are sharing people we know, friends and family, admins sharing the Kringle, but we are sharing uh, what we have received with others that we know we would like to have them achieve some prosperity also. And in doing that, we're going to be raising the value of the TVC Kringle and achieving prosperity for everyone. And then the fourth P I was thinking of goes along with all this is persistence. You know, that goes along with winning. But as long as we do something every day towards our goal and we persist, we will eventually succeed, possibly, another P, despite ourselves. So anyway, remember, um, this is a process. It's not going to happen overnight. So be patient with yourself and with others. Be positive with yourself. You know, we have to like ourselves before we can like anybody else. And they will feel it if we don't. And let's all be prosperous together. And let's persist together in sharing and growing the Billion Coin and ending global poverty for all of us. So those are the, I guess, the 4 Ps of ending global poverty. And I would like to go back to an older post that talked about this. And I just happened to see it. It was from May 4th, 2016. But it had a lot of impact on me, and it actually had a lot of impact on admin at the time. And it's about a young girl. Her name is Severn Suzuki. And you might find this in the blog from May 4th, 2016. It calls TVC is leading the charge on a better tomorrow. Anyway, this girl was 10 at the time. She would probably be 38 now, as it was set in 1992. And she's addressing a committee in the United Nations about a world filled with children and the responsibilities of adults are. And now she's an adult herself, and she's 38-year-old wife and mother of 2 children now, and she continues to be an activist. And you can also go to Wikipedia and see her speech. Her name is Severn Suzuki. And I would like to read part of it because I think this is the mission of TVC Kringle, and it's, I think, in our hearts, all of us that have accepted the gift, it is also our personal mission to see end global poverty and see the world a better place. So she starts with, "Hi, I'm Severn Suzuki, speaking for ECO, the Environmental Children's Organization. We are a group of 12 and 13-year-olds trying to make a difference. Vanessa Suti, Morgan Geisler, Michelle Quigg, and me. We've raised all the money to come here ourselves, to come 5,000 miles to tell you adults you must change your ways. Coming up here today, I have no hidden agenda." And again, she probably says this a lot better than I do. She has a lot of passion in her voice. "I am fighting for my future. Losing my future is not like losing an election or a few points on the stock market. I am here to speak for all generations to come. I am here to speak on behalf of the starving children around the world whose cries go unheard. I am here to speak for the countless animals dying across this planet because they have nowhere left to go. I am afraid to go out in the sun now because of the holes in our ozone. I am afraid to breathe the air because I don't know what chemicals are in it. I used to go fishing in Vancouver, my home, with my dad until just a few years ago. We found the fish full of cancers. And now we hear of animals and plants going extinct every day, vanishing forever. In my life, I have dreamt of seeing the great herds of wild animals, jungles, and rainforests full of birds and butterflies. But now I wonder if they will ever even exist for my children to see. Did you have to worry about things when you were my age? All this is happening before our eyes, and yet we act as if we have all the time in the world, all the time we want, and all the solutions. I'm only a child, and I don't have all the solutions. I don't. I want you to realize neither do you. You don't know how to fix the holes in our ozone layer. You don't know how to bring the salmon back up in the dead stream. You don't know how to bring back an animal now extinct. And you can't bring back the forest that once grew where there is now a desert. If you don't know how to fix it, please stop breaking it. Here you may be delegates of your governments." Again, she's speaking to the United Nations. "Business people, organizers, reporters, or politicians. But really you are mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles, and all of you are someone's child. I'm only a child, yet I know we are all part of a family. At this time there was 5 billion strong. Now I believe it's 7 billion. In fact, 30 million species strong, and borders and governments will never change that. I am only a child, yet I know we are all in this together and should act as one single world towards one single goal. In my anger, I am not blind, and in my fear, I am not afraid of telling the world how I feel. In my country, we make so much waste. We buy and throw away, buy and throw away, buy and throw away, and yet northern countries will not share with the needy. Even when we have more than enough, we are afraid to share. We are afraid to let go of some of our wealth. In Canada, we live the privileged life. We have plenty of food, water, and shelter. We have watches, bicycles, computers, and television sets. The list could go on for 2 days. 2 days ago, here in Brazil, we were shocked when we spent time with some children living on the streets. This is what one child told us. I wish I was rich, and if I were, I would give all the street children food, clothes, medicines, shelter, and love and affection. If a child on the streets who has nothing is willing to share, why are we who have everything still so greedy? I can't stop thinking that these are children of my own age, that it makes a tremendous difference where you are born, that I could be one of those children living in the favelas of Rio. I could be a child starving in Somalia, or a victim of war in the Middle East, or a beggar in India. I am only a child, yet I know if all the money spent on war was spent on finding environmental answers, ending poverty, and in fighting treaties, what a wonderful place this earth would be. At school, even in kindergarten, you teach us how to behave in the world. You teach us how not to fight with others, to work things out, to respect others, to clean up our mess, not to hurt other creatures, to share and not be greedy. Then why do you go out and do the things you tell us not to do? Do not forget why are you attending these conferences, who you're doing this for. We are your own children. You are deciding what world we are growing up in. Parents should be able to comfort their children by saying everything's going to be all right. It's not the end of the world, and we're doing the best we can. But I don't think you can say that to us anymore. Are we even on your list of priorities? My dad always says, you are what you do, not what you say. Well, what you do makes me cry at night. You grown-ups say you love us. But I challenge you, please make your actions reflect your words. Thank you. And uh, then admin makes a comment, Chris Kringle. Those first words made my heart swell up and my eyes watery. I have traveled quite a bit, even to my many third world countries. I have personally witnessed starving children, and they are everywhere. A malnourished child is even more common than starving children, and is practically just as bad. I've seen children being used to raise money in the streets as beggars, and apparently many of these children have been kidnapped from their parents for that purpose. It is a disgusting sight to witness firsthand, especially when some of these children have been purposely maimed so that they could collect even more coins. Child prostitution has also become commonplace in some parts of the world. Some children have not only lost their future, they have lost their childhood. And this is so true, even in our own country, even where I live in the United States, there are still many homeless children here. And you just want to reach out to them. I know I had some friends that visited a third world country, and they were down on the beach, and some children came up to them, and they thought they were, and this isn't even about food or anything either, it's about education, but they started, kind of holding their hands out to the people. And so my friends first gave them some food, and they were like, well, thank you, but they still kept holding their hands out. And then my friends gave them some coins, and they actually gave the coins back to them. And then they finally kind of gestured, well, what is it you want? And my friends had pens and, had some pens and pencils. I guess one of the guys had, like a pocket pencil holder and stuff. And that is what they wanted, because if they had a pencil, they could go to school. But they could only go to school if they had a pencil. So I know we have so much, and we take so much for granted. And here, they were just not only wanting to eat, but to go to school and learn how to read and write, and be a part of the world. And I know also another story a friend of mine told me about. She had given, she was in India, and she had bought some rice, and she gave the rice to one of the women, and the first thing that woman did was split it up into 4 parts so she could give it to 3 of her neighbors too. And these things are, these acts of service. And really, I look at, the TBC Kringle as a way of trying. The mission of ending world poverty is an act of service. And really, if we want to bring ourselves up into positive feelings, the best way is, like we said, whether it's in business or in personal life, help other people, it helps ourselves. So whether you're helping them in service, or you're helping them build a business, or any way you're helping somebody else, you're in effect helping yourself, as they will help you. It will come back to you. And I guess our storm has left as soon as it had come. My trees are still standing. But I do hope you're out there sharing, and the new cash flow system, where, make sure they receive the gift, and then help them explore the Kringle.cashback office, fill out their profile, pay their wallet fee, help them learn how to do a broadcast. I myself, I've been talking to a couple of my personal referral people about helping me do an interactive broadcast, so it's just not me here talking, because they have lots of good things to say too. So they're learning how to do a YouTube, and we're going to learn together how to do the interactive part. And then when we're all broadcasters, we will be able to take the additional benefit of more Kringles for being broadcasters, and that way we can redeem our Kringles for more coins in November, and then we have more coins to share with others and sell to others. And the great thing about having people you refer to, if they have the means to invest $100 in buying some TBC Kringle, is that they are able then to redeem that for more TBC themselves. And then in the process, you or the person you partner with is receiving some cash in your local currency to help yourself become prosperous. And in doing so, in this purchasing TBC from one another, and we are setting the stage for making TBC an actual currency. We're giving it validity in exchanging that, selling it and buying it from each other, that it is a valid currency. And along the way, I used to be in the I guess you could call it the finance realm, but as far as we're talking about greed, money is doing nobody good if it's just sitting in a bank or a savings account or even a TBC wallet. This money needs to be fluid, and it needs to be out there helping everyone become prosperous. And the more people, if they can become prosperous by receiving the gift and accumulating some TBC by their actions, by buying it first and then being able to sell it, it's a win-win situation for everyone. And then once they see that it's working in that way, and they're getting some cash flow for it, they're gonna. It's like when you see a really good movie, you're gonna want to go out and share it with even more people, and sharing it with more people again, our coin is going to become more valuable for all of us. So let's go out there and all be patient, positive, prosperous and persistent. And let's be winners. Remember, winners, the W is for a willingness to learn and to change. I is for taking the initiative to start doing it today, even if it's just a baby step. Keep adding those baby steps on top of each other. And the N is for never, ever quit. And my saying I love is quitters never win, but winners never quit. And that's part of the persistence. So I hope you have a wonderful evening, and go out there and start doing something right now. If you're not a member yet, please become a member, and just try calling one friend and sharing. And if you haven't been sharing the Kringle, please go out there and just try sharing it. Like a good movie or a good restaurant. You're not going to keep those things to yourself. Don't be greedy. Go out and share the information and share the gift. And this is Kringle Kim, and signing off. Have a great evening. Bye.